All right, everyone, welcome back. We're on question 4 of String Basics Worksheet 1, where we're to create a program such that it determines if there are more vowels than consonant in the given inputted string, and we're going to assume all the input is all lowercase. Now, in our for loops unit, we were definitely able to do this because we can iterate through a string, because strings are sequences, and we can analyze that. Well, it's probably a better way to do that. However, I wanted to show you using some of the string methods that we've learned to solve this problem as well. So I'm going to do both solutions right now. But if we get user input, enter string, let's say, right? And our old way would have been like this. Let's say vowel counter, right? And consonant counter, right? We're gonna have two variables, right? That equal 0. Right. Then we're gonna go for I in user input. I'm gonna say if I is in a string of AEIOU. So we're using a membership operator here to check if the single character is in this string of AEIOU is a vowel. So we're gonna increase vowel counter a plus equal 1. Otherwise, we're gonna go consonant counter plus equal 1. Okay. And this would have been in our old way. And then we can say that also if vowel counter is greater than consonant counter, right? We could say print there are more vowels in percent %s, and that's going to be user input. Otherwise, we're going to print there are more vowels. There are more consonants. Right? Oh, we should have an elif here because they could be equal. That would be very awkward. Consonant counter, print. Actually, I copied it all. So there are equal amounts of vowel and consonants in user input. Perfect. Let's try. Hello world. We're running this program now. All right, there are more consonants in hello world. Perfect. Right. It makes sense. There's only O, O, and E. Okay, so now let's try this using methods. We're gonna avoid using for loops. We're gonna keep this here. Okay. We're gonna keep this conditional check here because that's a proper output here, but I'm gonna turn this off. Okay. And what we're gonna do is something very interesting. So I have on line 10, 11, I have these counters initialized, and what I'm gonna do is use methods that belongs to strings and update these variables. Okay. I'm gonna focus on the vowel. Vowel counter, let's do vowel counter. I'm gonna go plus equal to user input. I'm gonna count how many A's it had. Okay. Then we're gonna copy this 4 more times. Now, in terms of writing efficiency, this is much better. However, in terms of actual computation, this method is actually worse. And we talked about this in a later course. And the consonant counter is just going to be the length of our user input, subtracted by the total vowel counter, right? Because we counted all the vowels, all the leftovers should be consonants. All right? And hopefully it makes sense. Let's run it with hello world to test it. Okay, perfect. It's working the same. Basically, on line 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, I'm using the method called count. It's going to count for this pattern in a string of user input. And this is how we use methods. Methods, we call them with the period, and we write the method name. Okay. And then we give it whatever arguments and parameters it requires, and we're going to run it. And it's going to return us a value. It's going to return us an integer value. If it wasn't there, it's going to be 0. Otherwise, it's going to be 1, 2, or 50 billion, right? How many it finds, okay? Basically, I think in the Python organization, when they coded count, they're using a for loop anyways. They're going to go through this and count and increase a variable and count how many A's there were and give us a value back. So this method's actually a lot quicker to count all the vowels, but here we go, right? We can just do that 5 times, right? Then we subtract how many vowels we had from the length of the user input. Then we can run through this conditionals output here, okay? So kids, that's how you look at vowels and consonants through a string. Thank you for watching. Stay classy.